Get ready for another episode of LiveSpeak. With Justin the Geek. 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 What you're about to hear. LiveSpeak. Justin the Geek. Breaking news. LiveSpeak. Interesting guests. Justin the Geek. Your calls and texts. LiveSpeak. Tips and news you can use. Warning. 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 This program is highly addictive and habit-forming. Side effects include happiness, knowledge, memory improvement, and retention, increased attention span, loss of disabilities, and more. Consult your doctor before listening to this program. Now, enjoy the show responsibly.
Well, thanks to the internet, it's never been easier to become briefly famous. Posting an especially creative, embarrassing, funny, or otherwise highly shareable video or blog online will usually do the trick, but becoming rich and famous, that's far more difficult. The original creators of the Harlem Shake should see a good chunk of change because they're entitled to a portion of the ad revenues generated from each video featuring that song posted on YouTube. A year ago, the New York Times highlighted how the family behind the Charlie Bit My Finger video, viewed well over 400 million times, had helped net its creators over $150,000. Now, the vast majority of online videos and blog posts, on the other hand, never go viral. Instead, they're mostly ignored, and even those do manage to generate widespread attention rarely result in big cash windfall for the people behind them. Welcome, everybody, to LiveSpeak with Justin the Geek. I'm here, as always, with Alan Quant from thedigitalcraft.com. We are talking about viral videos today. As you just heard me read, it's not a guarantee that every video goes viral and makes you a ton of money. There are rare instances. The very definition of a viral video is a video that was created and becomes popular through the process of internet sharing, typically through video sharing websites, social media and email, things like that. Do you have any viral videos, Alan?
Do I?
Yeah.
Personally?
Yeah.
I'm not viral, no.
No viral videos.
No, I'm not viral.
So, I mean, like, I'll use you as an example, actually. Now, I mean, you have 2 million views now on YouTube.
Almost
2 million views. And that's because you have a lot of videos. And so you wouldn't classify that as a viral video because it's not just one that has gone crazy, right?
Right.
Yeah. But
it's still exciting.
It's still awesome. I mean, 2 million views, period. I'd be really happy with that. That's crazy. But I mean, what makes a video viral, really? And there's some key points that people have pointed out. Nowadays, it's hard to tell what could make anything viral, but some of the points here say that it instantly engages an audience and grabs their attention, clearly. It entertains or educates the audience. And it helps if it resonates and hits a nerve with people, too, something that they can relate to. It creates unique or a memorable experience for the viewers. And videos that are focused, that are consistent and real short seem to do really well, too. But there's really no recipe, I mean, to make a viral video. If there were, I'd have one. I'm sure.
Would you?
I'm pretty sure I would.
Would you make it right? Would you follow all the ingredients?
Probably
instructions?
Not. I'd probably add a pinch more of salt than normal. But no, I mean, I would love to have a viral video, but that's because I'm under the impression that people that have viral videos are rich. You know, You know what I mean? And I've gotten that because you think because a lot of people do get famous after that, musicians especially. It makes you think that they're going to have a lot of money, even if they have one video. But like they said, that Charlie Bit My Finger, that was viewed over 400 million times. And they had, $150,000. Which, don't get me wrong, I'll take that any day. You know, but
yeah, but we were talking earlier about how I lost my train of thought. I was reading your mom's comments again. I gotta stop doing that.
You gotta stop trying to read and talk. This just does not work for you.
That, you know, if you have a video, I mean, you're not necessarily sure it's gonna go viral, and a lot of these are just kind of like they're, you know, some of the viral videos people intended for them to be funny and kind of had the hope that something was gonna happen with them, and some of them are just, you know, random. You know, you never know. So by the time you actually monetize that video, you could have already had 10 million views.
Ooh, yeah, you're right.
You know, and you lose out on all that revenue.
Yeah, I never thought of it that way.
But you were also talking about, I forget the term, you'll have to refresh my memory. These people like Jimmy Kimmel.
Oh, yeah.
Like things like that. If they launch, what did you call that?
Yeah, they call them tastemakers.
Tastemakers.
And they're the people that basically tell us, a general population or society, what is good and what is popular, what's funny. And they can help boost, your video viral. And there's a great talk, a TED talk that a guy, he's actually a trend specialist for YouTube, and he talks about how things go viral and what makes them go viral. And tastemakers is one of the big things, because as soon as it's on, Jimmy Kimmel or a late night show, and that's going to shoot your views way up through the ceiling.
Yeah, I remember that happening with the Double Rainbow guy. I think it was either Jimmy Kimmel or Jimmy Fallon. One of those guys had him on there, and the video had already probably had 10 some million views, but then after that, it just skyrocketed past that. Yeah,
and again, that guy at the Double Rainbow, I don't know if he really even made any money.
I don't know if you've watched an interview with him. I don't know if he really even cares.
Probably not.
If you could give him bottled up rainbows, he would probably be way more excited.
My gosh, I'm sure.
He was very excited about those rainbows.
He was and like they say, when they interviewed him, it's like he was not planning to make a viral video in any means. He was just excited there was 2 rainbows.
I think he was genuinely excited about that, yeah.
Yeah,
I think there was some things helping him be more excited about it.
There might, yeah. I'm guessing there probably were a few of those things too.
There's some additives.
But when it does come, there's some examples out there of like you said, the Double Rainbow, and then what also makes them famous is when people remix them or they do parodies, and that's the other part. After the tastemakers do it, then parodies come out, and it's like they say, imitation is the sincerest form of flattery, and it's really true, because if you have a video out there and people are making parodies of it, like the one that came out, the Ain't Nobody Got Time for That. That lady, she just did a news interview, and then somebody made an auto-tune remix of that and made fun of her as a parody, and it went crazy viral, and everybody was singing it. So they did that with the Double Rainbow too. They have a remixed auto-tune of that.
Yeah, I was telling you, we banned that in my office, and when I owned my business, it was on. I swear, at least every 10 minutes, somebody played that song. And I stepped out of my office into the main room and was like, "Look, we need to have a talk about Double Rainbows.
It's over."
Yeah, yeah.
Well, there's a couple other. The Star Wars kid, for instance. And I couldn't remember what you were talking about because I don't remember the title of the viral videos, but when I saw it, I remembered. But that's just a kid who was in like a stage or something at school. He was in like the little AV room, I think, the little sound stage in their little AV room. Oh yeah, school, and he was just playing around with a mop handle as a lightsaber. He wasn't playing around, dude. If you see that video, he was serious. He was 100% serious, but he was recording it just for himself, and I guess that video got leaked or something. Somebody put it out on the internet. I think he left the VHS in the camera. Yeah, so see, that wasn't, again, most of these viral videos are totally unintentional. And maybe that's part of the recipe. And there's a whole another set of viral videos, and like the Noah Kalini did a 6-year time-lapse video, and that's kind of what we're going to talk about today too with our guests is this guy Noah Kalini did a 6-year time-lapse of taking his own picture every day for 6 years, and then did a time-lapse. And it was pretty impressive. That one went viral because it's something you don't see all the time. And a lot of people mimicked it too, and to no success. Unlike the McLeod guys. Yeah, and then the McLeods, our guests later today, they're going to actually talk about theirs, and they made it the 21-year time lapse, which is insane. That means from birth to 21 years old, there was a picture taken in it, and it's, what would they say, over 7,500 pictures. Yeah, and usually you don't get that opportunity to do something somebody has already done. But being that it was 21 years plus it was of his kid, there's a lot of genuine aspects to that I think boosted it up. Yeah, I agree.
You know, it wasn't a rip off of the Noah guy.
No,
by any means. It was very genuine.
Yeah, it was definitely one of the originals, and even after theirs came out, there was a lot of people mimicking it too, trying to do their dog for 4 years, and it was just, you know, like you said,
Mine
to no
would just
excess.
get fatter.
Yeah, me too. It would just be like more facial hair and just,
on your dog.
Well, yeah. No, I was talking about me, but yeah, my dog. If I had one, he'd definitely have facial hair. He'd have to look like me. Yeah, I mean, like I said, the time-lapse videos are awesome, but they're, you know, you got to do it right, and the McLeods did a really good one, and we'll talk with them later about that. But
I'd actually like to see a time lapse of the Star Wars. I'd like to see if he's gotten any better.
Oh man, you just want to see where are they now, sort of thing, like the celebrities.
Come on, VH1.
Oh gosh,
it was special.
Well, we got to run to a quick break here, and when we come back, we'll talk a little tech news. So we'll be right back here on LiveSpeak with Justin the Geek.
Stop. Everyone listen to me. You're spending hundreds of dollars and wasting time taking your computer to the Geek Squad. If you want your computer to run better, here is the secret. Do it yourself. I know that sounds like a lot of work, but I promise you it's not. With proper guidance, you can get your computer running like brand new again. See for yourself. Sign up for computer repair for beginners and experts alike today. It's only $9. That's it. Even if you don't think your computer needs a tune-up, this course is designed to help prevent future problems from happening. If someone told you that you could prevent your car from breaking down, would you take advantage of it? Of course you would. So why neglect your computer, especially for only $9? And every review has been a perfect 5-star rating that speaks for itself. With a no questions asked 30-day money-back guarantee, what do you have to lose? Head over to www.geekcreations.com and click online courses to get started today. Save yourself a headache. Fix it in one day so you can get back to using your computer again. Go now. www.geekcreations.com. That's GEEKREATIONS.com and click online courses. Time is wasting. Go now. You're listening to LiveSpeak with Justin the Geek. Every Sunday at 2 p.m., he's bringing you amazing courses from great instructors on Udemy.com. Lots of tech talk, phone calls, and much more. Live every Sunday of every week. This is LiveSpeak. Enjoy the show.
Welcome back, everybody, to LiveSpeak. Like before the break, we were talking about viral videos. I wanted to kind of jump into some tech news here because I want to get to our guests. I really want to talk to them, and they have tons of questions to ask them. So some of the tech news that has come up, there's this actually Mashable photo contest that's actually pretty cool, and I'm not really sure exactly what it is. I haven't had a chance to read it, but it's a challenge. You can tweet your photo to at Mashable HQ with the hashtag #MashPics, or you can Instagram your photo or upload it with the photo widget on their website, and I'll put the website in the show notes afterwards. But it says to submit your photos by July 1st, and they'll choose their favorite submissions to feature on Mashable. There's
some interesting people on there.
There are some interesting people. They'll also feature on their Facebook album and their Pinterest board. So, I mean, that's pretty cool. Just if you have a good picture, or if you know, even if you don't, I guess I've seen some that aren't amazing either, but I guess they'll feature them on Mashable.
Right now, I should take a photo now.
You should right now.
I just saw a reflection of me in the iPad. I look like Ace Ventura.
Oh, that's amazing.
And I'm in my pajamas again.
Well, moving right along. More tech news. We've been talking about 3D printers for a while now, and it's starting to get a little creepy. There's a story of a duck that got a 3D printed replacement foot, and it's not like it's 100% anatomically correct, and it doesn't have veins going through it or blood supply, but it's a prosthetic, and it looks 100% legit. I mean, it looks so real.
It's a little translucent, but yeah. Structurally, it looks like a foot. Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's spot on and I mean, that's just kind of the start. And there's been some other stories of people printing out, prosthetic ears for people, even noses, because if you have, if you're in a fire or something and you know, you lose your ear or an accident or something, and you just need something, you know, a prosthetic like that, you can print one out now. You know, instead of having one crafted. I mean, as soon as the 3D printers get affordable enough to have at home, I guess you could print your own body parts if you really wanted. I don't know how that would work out, but why not?
Why not?
So the duck was a pretty good step. I mean, like I said, there's been some stories, but that one was really good to read.
You might end up getting some of those people that want to do plastic surgery, just lopping off their nose and going to town, printing out different noses.
Replacements, and just every day of the week have a different nose.
Michael Jackson would have bought into this.
Oh, man. Could you imagine? He would have looked totally different every single day. We wouldn't have known who he was.
Yeah. Who's that guy with a nose?
He must be famous. I don't know. They're talking about, a couple of weeks ago, we were talking about, or maybe it was last week, Facebook's new video thing on Instagram in the 15-second videos, and everybody was talking about how it was going to take out Vine and how it was going to destroy Vine, and I guess Vine actually got on it, and they put out a new update that they needed really bad that was helping with the quality of their videos, and the interface changed and things like that. So maybe they are feeling a little bit of pressure.
I don't like it at all. I mean, I can't stand it.
I'm looking at the interface online right now, and it doesn't look very inviting, honestly.
It's more the fact that people are sharing, like, somebody looking at their Instagram would normally be silent, and now they're playing their video clips that they're looking at.
Oh, yeah.
And everybody else is hearing it.
Yeah, that would get really annoying.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, what can you really do that's important in 15 seconds?
Don't know.
Not a lot. But at least Vine's making an effort to make their interface better. I mean, their update yesterday included a front-facing camera support and, of course, better video uploading. And there's a few other things they haven't mentioned in here, but faster uploads, things like that. So maybe they are feeling a little pressure from the Instagram video, but I don't know. I don't think so. I don't think they have anything to worry about.
Nah.
And now you were talking about a new Google Chrome app, actually.
Yeah, I stumbled upon it. I was reading some technology news about Alta Vista finally being shut down, which who cares? But it made me. I was trying to remember the story I was told in college about one of the search engines that was started by a group of guys in their garage, and I was trying to remember the name of that, and so I looked up on Wikipedia a list of all the major search engines over time, and somehow this popped up. It's called Open Drive, and it's not OpenDrive.com is a totally different. That's a service, a cloud service. So that's not it. This is specifically a Chrome extension.
Okay.
But what it allows you to do is search all the major cloud services like Drive, SkyDrive, Dropbox, Box, and one other one that I can't think of, Evernote. You can search all the documents that have been made public. So not every document in everybody's Drive, so don't get scared there.
Right.
But if you have made a document, specifically made it open to the public, people can search through here. So I did like a test search. First thing that came to my head was PHP and MySQL. And I ended up getting a handful of ebooks that are sitting on people's drives. But more than anything, I got a bunch of resumes of people all over the world. And I can just quickly open up their resume. And which actually, that's something people should be a little worried about because they've got their phone number.
Yeah, all their contact
email
information.
Address. Yeah.
Yeah, don't put that kind of stuff in your public folder. So, I mean, if I have something in my drive, my Google Drive, unless it's in a public folder, you can't see it, right? So you're saying it's just all publicly shared, okay? Yeah,
and I bet these resumes are shared because they're probably putting a direct link to them in the when they send out an application or something like, here you can open up my resume here.
Oh.
Probably not thinking about the fact that something like this exists where I can just go through here and find out who Michael blank blank blanks where he lives and what his address is. And
yeah, and the other thing, that's kind of scary. I mean, if you see a resume showing, like a really, really expensive type of job, or, you could tell that they're rich or something, that could be dangerous. You got their address. Somebody could find your address and just go rob you. That's creepy.
Yeah, that's a good point. Thanks for sharing that with the criminal
now
world.
Everybody knows there's your there's your way to go and rob people.
Our whole listener base is full of criminals.
That's right. Yes. Thank you,
John.
criminals. John Rainey. But that's a cool one though, because I've always wanted to be able to look for things in on the cloud services, and now you can actually search through that, because it also searches in the document for a word, right? And that's why you're getting resumes. So, I mean, if you were to search for, like you said, you were searching for a PHP in MySQL, that's why you're getting resumes, because it's actually pulling up words from inside those documents.
Right, because most of these resumes are, it's just the person's name or the person's name - resume. So, yeah, it's actually searching the contents.
That's pretty good.
Yeah, but we also mentioned that it could potentially be abused, because this is very similar, like you said, to like LimeWire and Napster and things like that. I mean, if you start sharing applications and music and stuff on your Google Drive to the public, which is probably a really dumb idea, but this could potentially end up being a search for that.
Yeah, exactly.
So something neat could be pretty abused really fast.
Yeah. Thanks for telling everybody how to do that. No, I'm just kidding. No, it would be, if I were to search for a movie or something, and if I was just searching for a title of a movie by chance and I come across the full movie, that means people are sharing it, and that can be abused. And so I hope that doesn't happen, because this open drive is pretty neat. And again, it's only a Chrome app, so it's not like,
Yeah, don't go to opendrive.com. Well, I mean, you can, I don't want to say opendrive.com sucks, but
right.
Don't go there thinking that's what this is. Opendrive.com is an actual cloud service.
Okay.
So,
well, that's good. I was reading here, too, that Google Plus is turns 2 and Evernote is 5 now. So 2 years for Google Plus. And
so
Evernote
that means 2 years
old.
I have not cared about Google Plus.
Exactly. And in 2 years, it doesn't seem like they've made any changes. So, I don't know.
No, I don't despise them like Microsoft, but...
no, not at all.
Just could care less about another social app.
Yeah, I'm not a huge fan of it.
Network.
Yeah. Well, let's run to another commercial break here, and we'll come back, and we have some Kickstarters for you. Some good, some bad. You decide. We'll be back here on LiveSpeak with Justin the Geek.
Need a do-it-yourself with your website? Let the gurus at thedigitalcraft.com teach you how to build, design, and maintain your website at an affordable price. They offer private training on web programming, graphic and web design, video production, motion graphics, and expert consulting. Book your session today on Facebook at facebook.com/thedigitcraft, and check out free tutorials at youtube.com/thedigitcraft, or take our courses on udemy.com. Thedigitalcraft.com, your web and design gurus.
Justin the Geek. Break it up. On the ones and twos.
Welcome back, everybody, to LiveSpeak with Justin the Geek. Talking about some Kickstarters here. We got some good ones, actually. The first one here is it's the Stompy. Is that what it's called? Is that how you pronounce it? I'm not even reading that right. It's the giant robot. I know, you never do. It's it's a hexapod giant robot, and it's an open source 4,000-pound 6-legged hydraulic robot that you can ride on. So it's like a little it looks like a spider, and it has 2 seats, and they wanted $65,000 for this thing, and they got $97,000. So that's being funded.
This is like for a human.
Yeah.
Not a human, but an adult, I mean.
Yeah, this is for 2 adults that can ride in this giant thing. You ever seen the movie Wild Wild West, the remake? It was terrible.
Yeah.
It was pretty terrible, but
yeah.
They had something like this in the movie.
Yeah.
And that's what it reminds me of. It looks like a giant spider.
So I could take this thing down the street, huh?
Yeah, that's what I'm wondering. Is it street legal?
Style.
I mean, can I go get groceries in this thing? I don't know. And I don't even know why you'd care to have one of these things, except to say you have it. So
one might think they just give you whatever you want out of fear. Arrive in this thing.
That's very true.
Give me all your groceries.
Oh, wow. The other, a couple other ones, we've been seeing a lot of 3D printers coming out, and there's this one by company, the Buccaneer it's called, and it's a 3D printer that everyone can use, and they wanted $100,000. They ended up getting $1.4 million for this stuff. And it's a little 3D printer that'll fit in your house, and an affordable 3D printer, apparently. It'll be $347, I think. So that's pretty cheap, if you think about it, for a 3D printer, the ability to do that.
Kind of looks like a refrigerator.
It does, really does.
Like a little dorm room refrigerator.
They have, I was reading the other day, too, that Windows is trying to build in some 3D printer compatibility in drivers and things like that, and software.
How about they just worry about
Windows? They just fix Windows, right? Let's just focus on that for a little while. The third good Kickstarter that I found here, and this one, I like this one a lot because it seems like something that'll do really good and sell. It's called a Handy Bot, and it's actually a smart tool. It's a woodworking tool, kind of like a CNC machine. For those that don't know, a CNC machine is basically a programmable machine that cuts out templates that you create in a computer. And it's been really, really hard to do that. CNC machines, you have to be, very knowledgeable and certified and skilled to use the CNC technology. But this one's a little portable one. And it's actually controlled by an app on your phone or your computer. And, it's one small little CNC machine that you can have and just right in your shop. You don't have to pay thousands of dollars for a regular CNC machine for wood. As I see now, it's just for wood at the moment, but it's a pretty intricate little cutter. They show all kinds of different ways of cutting holes out and driving a bunch or designing a bunch in the wood.
Yeah, it kind of resembles a router.
Yeah, there's that feature of it too. So, I'm sure there's a bunch of stuff you could do with this. And this one actually still has 31 days to go. So this is one of those things that I would say if you want to invest in something, this would be a good one because I see this thing selling really well. And they wanted $125,000, and they've met that and exceeded it, and they're at $139,000. But, again, I think this one will go really far. It's just one of those things.
Yeah, that's pretty cool.
You think that would have been invented already. It isn't. So, again, if you want to invest in it, go for it. Minimum $1 on Kickstarters. Now, to the bad Kickstarters. These ones are just great. The first one that's actually, I'll tell you, they wanted 400 pounds for this, and they ended up actually getting 229 pounds. And it's anti-zombie soap. And it's in case of a zombie apocalypse, you'll need something to keep you safe from the infection. So somebody claims they have zombie soap. And, of course, the funding was unsuccessful.
What are the cupcakes sitting on the tub?
Cupcakes sitting on the tub.
Did you see the... on the listing. What does that resemble here? Oh, zombie soap. We also do... Okay. Yeah, I should probably read.
Well,
anti-zombie soap cupcakes.
Oh, come on. So there's more than one type of soap, and that's fantastic. Wow.
Yeah, cupcake soap.
These people actually think they can get money for, and they did. They got 230 pounds from somebody. They had 25 backers. So there's clearly people out there that want to waste their money, and they need to give it to me. I'm fine with that. Wow. The next one, this one actually they wanted $5,000 for this, and I cannot believe that they did this. It's called Faceplay, and it's supposed to be a game where you have. I'll post the link here in the chat if you want to look at it. But it's you ever seen that game where they put something on your forehead and the other people describe it to you, and you have to figure out what's written on the card or something?
Yeah,
that's what this is. But they don't even have a prototype made or anything. It's all paper. It's paper stapled together, and it's a headband made out of paper.
That's a lot. That's not very environmentally sound.
No, that's terrible. And come on, you want $5,000? You really want $5,000 for that? And they got $105. So there you go. Now you can buy a bunch of reams of paper and make your.
That will buy some decent amount of paper.
Yes, it will. Unbelievable. $5,000. Are you kidding me? This last one, this is called Invisibugs. And these guys actually, of course, they wanted $5,000, and they didn't get anything because this is, I don't know why. it's not even a long Kickstarter. It just says that invisibugs are insect-like anomalies that occur on infrared security cameras, sometimes called orbs or fairies. That's it. They just wanted, I guess, give you some invisibugs. $5,000.
I don't think they're even offering you anything. They just described what invisibugs are.
Yeah, it's just talking about them flying off their deck and in swarms.
Interesting.
So why is that even on Kickstarter? They need to do some more screening. That was weird.
Yeah.
But there are good things on Kickstarter. Don't let these bad ones fool you. I mean, we like exploiting the bad ones because it's surprising how much money they actually get with these really terrible, terrible Kickstarters.
Interesting.
So I say we move right on to some goofy news. This is actually WTF news, as we call it now.
Yeah, what was this goofy news thing? I
forgot.
didn't get the memo on that.
That was the first time I did it, and that was the name of the sound that I'm playing right now. So I thought it was, goofy news. Because it was, the first couple were really goofy. Now they're just WTF. Like, what in the world is going on? And these people...
That's not what that spells.
No, I know. There's a couple of stories here. This couple that expected $5,000 after finding a skeleton on their property. And it's not just any skeleton. They said that this forensic anthropologist actually concluded that the bones were those of an Aboriginal woman who was no older than 24 years old, I think. And she died in the late 1500s, early 1600s. And these people are expecting to get paid for it, which I would think the same thing, because that's kind of a significant find. It's not like you just found some bones that a dog chewed up. That's an Aboriginal woman from the 1500s or early 1600s. There's some history there.
So is somebody actually taking these from them, or are they holding on to it saying, if you want it, it's $5,000?
Well, the problem with it is that this is in Ontario, and it says the Burial and Cremation Services Act is a property owner is responsible for paying an archaeological assessment if human remains are found on their property. So they're supposed to pay $5,000 because they found it.
Oh.
I thought it was the other way around. I thought they were expecting it. Okay, so they actually got charged for finding this in their yard, which is really crazy. Wow. WTF.
Yeah.
Right there.
Yeah.
I read this other story the other day. It's about a man that got injured after falling asleep in the recycle bin. He actually got picked up by the garbage truck. A man fell asleep in the bin. It was discarded cardboard in Shepparton. This is in Australia. And the bin was picked up by the garbage collection truck, and the man was discovered when the driver stopped to investigate the cries for help.
Is this gonna end up being like the hot coffee McDonald's incident? Are they gonna have to start putting warnings on recycle bins?
Yeah.
Caution will be dumped.
Do not sleep in here.
Yeah.
You idiot.
Contents are trash.
Wow. Jeez, unbelievable.
That's goofy.
That is goofy. That's WTF right there. There's actually this lady. Now, this one to me, WTF right here is Sheena Johnson. And this is a mother who, in New Jersey, she lived with her kids in a storage unit. A storage unit for, I don't remember how long it said, but this storage unit is 5 foot by 10 foot in New Jersey. And this lady's 27 years old. And she was charged, of course, for child endangerment. And she was accused of leaving her 5-year-old and 10-year-old sons, so 2 kids, unattended in an unlit, sealed storage locker with no heat or running water. And I guess the children were discovered April 18th after Johnson was accused of slashing her ex-boyfriend's tires. So she's a nut job.
A little bit.
So she remains, I guess she's free. She was a $50,000 bail raised by the community members. What? The community raised $50,000 to get her out of jail. Why would you do that?
Well, it's not like she put him in a trash can or anything.
I guess, right? Man, I guess maybe she was homeless, but I don't know. Some people scare me. Those kind of people that are out there like that are just trippy. This is the story that I don't know why. It just seems like something that would happen to you, Alan. I don't know why, but it's where the cops, they shot a man holding his underwear.
Why would this happen to me?
I don't know. I don't know why it got in my head like that, but for some reason I just picture this happening to you. But it says that this Pennsylvania prosecutor says that the officer was justified in shooting a man he thought was armed in a dark alley, even though it turned out he had only had on a pair of black underwear in his hand. He was holding a pair of black underwear. So I guess shoot first.
I like the photo in the news story here. It's a pair of underwear.
Yeah.
As if we needed to know.
In case you know what this is.
I mean, obviously the police officers need to know what underwear look like because they thought it was a weapon. So
clearly,
yeah.
they might need to do some more weapons training and figure out what guns really look like.
Well, we had a story like this in Fort Wayne last week. I think it was. We had the bomb squad out and part of downtown was shut down. In front of the courthouse, there was a, quote, suspicious package. And the robot went in and picked it up and flipped it over. It was a discarded T-shirt.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable. Mm-hmm. Well, last story of the WTF news is this is about a Dutch woman who just could not say goodbye, apparently, to her dead mother. She actually froze. The woman froze her mother's body and kept it for a week. She just apparently couldn't say goodbye. So a family friend contacted police on Monday, saying they could no longer live with the secret of the body in the freezer. And the police
other people knew about this.
Yeah, so they kept a secret for a week, that's way more than I probably would have kept it. But they said the police went to the house in Kamperland. It's this small town in the Netherlands, and this 46-year-old daughter immediately confessed. There's no indication that the mother didn't die of natural causes, of course, but the body has nevertheless been taken for an autopsy. So, yeah,
Does she get charged $5,000
because she found it on her property? Mm-hmm. No, I don't know. But it is, it says technically it's a crime to keep a body in the freezer, even if it's someone that you love and you know.
Well, I got to rewrite my will now.
Yeah. So, well, that's it for WTF News. I say we go to a music break here, and we'll come back and we can talk about this time-lapse video with Father Ian and his son, Cory. So we'll actually be right back here after the commercial break with our guests of the day. So.
And on the cool check-in, center stage on the mic, and we putting it on disc. It's the old style. Kick it! Now I'm walking in this club with gold chains like Mr. T. Kick open doors and grab the first girl I see.
Welcome back, everybody, to LiveSpeak with Justin the Geek. Again, I'm here with my co-host, Alan Quant from thedigitalcraft.com. As we talked about earlier, we were talking about a viral video that got over 5 million views in its debut, and it's a 21-year time-lapse video, which is incredible. And if you haven't seen it, I'm going to put the link in the show notes afterwards. You really should watch it. It's really great. But I have the creators of that video, the father, Ian McLeod, decided to take pictures of his son, Cory, for 21 years, and they are on the show. Welcome to the show, guys.
Hello there.
So I have a bunch of questions, and everybody, ever since I said I was going to have you on the show, and because this video recently kind of went crazy again, I have a lot of questions that people have asked me to ask you, so I just want to get right into it, if that's all right with you.
Yeah, it's fine by us.
I mean, the first one really is, and everyone's asked me this, is what made you decide to start taking a picture of Cory every day?
That's probably the trickiest one to answer, seeing as it was a long time ago.
Right.
It's just an idea that came to me, obviously, when my wife was pregnant, and it was just, could I do it? Could I do it? And when Cory was actually born, then I had to make the decision, do it. Yeah. And once you start, it's very hard to stop.
Oh, I'm sure. I mean, you have a kid, you want to take pictures of them anyway.
Yeah.
And you're going to take 1,000 pictures of your kid, I'm sure.
Yeah.
But, I mean, now what are the hand-drawn pictures about? Were they drawn in there for days that you missed taking pictures?
Yes, I made no secret that I forgot them on occasions for one reason or another. And in one case, the film wasn't winding on in the camera. But I didn't know what to do at the end. But when I was putting the video together at the end, I thought, well, I'll just show that I'm being honest about the bits that were missed, and just did some quick sketches. Of my wife did some sketches, I did some sketches, and we just filled the gaps. So for every sketch there is, that's the day we missed.
Well, that's good. That's nothing wrong with that. I mean, over 7,500 pictures. I'm assuming you'll miss a day or two. They
weren't great works of art, but.
Now, I mean, the other thing that I'm curious about too is what was the technology used throughout the years? Because first, I'm sure 21 years ago it was a film camera. It
was, yeah. In fact, it was a film camera right up to last year.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow. Holy cow! So you didn't even go digital? I mean, until last year?
No.
Wow. So and holy cow! Holy cow! That just blew my mind. I was thinking you went, maybe 15 years, which still is incredible. But wow, up until last year, huh?
That's a lot of scanning.
That is, and I heard it actually took you over a year just to scan pictures into your computer.
Yeah, well, it kind of took a year. The main bulk of it took 3 months, and then as the last year progressed, we just did it as we went along, kind of. So I suppose it was about a year in total, but the main bulk was 3 months, and then just keeping up with it as we went along.
Now, Cory, did you help him with this towards the end? Did you help him with scanning and all that stuff?
No, he didn't.
I gave my face for rent.
Oh, okay.
Well, I don't really help.
He gets the fame out of this. It's his face.
I didn't help too much, no.
Oh.
Well, when I was at university for the past year, I took my own photos and emailed them across, and did 3 months travelling in South America and took my own photos then and emailed them over. But that's as far as I've gone.
Oh, okay.
I was contributing.
Well, you're the talent. You don't have to do much, right? So I'm curious too. How in the world did you keep the pictures in order? Because I mean, it's not like a digital camera. When you have a digital camera, it'll order them when you download it on the computer. It keeps them all in order for you. But we're talking about film that was developed, and then you get the pictures. How do you keep them in order?
I wish I could show you my cupboard. I have a few shelves with many albums on, many photograph albums, and they're all stored in there, dated and stored in there.
That is unbelievable. I mean, talk about organization. I mean, you could get any job with that, I think. You could tell them that you're organized and you got proof. Holy cow. So I'm curious, too. I mean, what was the original plan? Were you always planning on making a really long slideshow from the start, or did you just realize after taking, thousands of pictures that you could make a slideshow? Because YouTube didn't exist until 2005. So, I mean, were you just planning on taking a ton of pictures, or was it always a certain plan?
I think I decided to take them. Then I thought about I'd worry about what I did with them later. I had ideas of a kind of video flicky book. You know the flicky books?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
And that was about as far as it went. And then YouTube turned up. So that got me thinking a little bit more on those lines.
Yeah.
And, wow. That's what happened, really, in the end.
So that's good. So it just kind of evolved as you went along.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though. I mean, it's something that you probably thought originally would be a really neat thing to show family and friends.
Yeah.
You now have the platform to show the entire world.
I know, it's incredible, isn't it?
Yeah, that's wild.
No. We have a lot of fans in Brazil.
Oh, that's good.
Yeah.
Now, Cory, I'm curious too. At what point in your life did you say, "All right, Dad, that's enough. No more pictures"? Or did you ever say that? I mean, have you always been on board since you could speak?
I think in my low teens, it was. I didn't really understand the whole project at first. So sometimes if I was at a friend's house or something, and my dad would have to drive around and take my photos, it was a bit embarrassing. But you get used to it. And as I got older, I understood like what it could be and how it could turn out. So I learned to appreciate it.
Oh, that's good.
Very cool.
Did he ever take pictures while you were on a date?
Maybe before a date.
Now, were you surprised by the number of views that it got when it came out 9 months ago?
Well, it just as it crept up, like 30,000 hits. We were amazed at that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
And then something happened in Japan, and it just skyrocketed to a million. So
wow.
it was a surprise. We didn't know. I mean, it could have gone either way, but it was fantastic to see that it was becoming popular. It was. It made it worthwhile. Yeah.
I mean, did you ever find out what happened in Japan that made that jump, or was it just?
I think it was broadcast on some show, or maybe a couple of shows.
It was on a lot of websites as well.
Oh, okay.
Technology websites. And then I think after that it got onto the front page of the Yahoo website in America, and that's when it really kicked off.
Oh, wow.
So we got about 2 million views in one night or something.
Wow. Man, that had to have been really weird because, you're doing these pictures for family basically and just for people to see, and then 2 million people see it. That's insane.
Yeah.
Wow.
I think that's the way a lot of these viral videos come about. It's just a private thing, but it grabs the imagination of the wider world, doesn't it?
Yeah. Oh, absolutely. That's some of the best ones are like that. Yours is like that, and you're right. They're private, but it hits home with somebody, and they're just amazing.
Yeah, at least it's not embarrassing like the Star Wars kid.
Yeah.
That poor kid.
I'm just trying to think if Cory was dressed up as Darth Vader or something in one of these photos, but possibly not.
That's one of the other things that I've watched it quite a bit of times, but now I'm going back and I'm stopping the video.
Yeah.
To see where the pictures are taken.
Yeah.
Because there's a lot of pictures and there's a lot of traveling. I didn't realize there's a lot of traveling that you did with these pictures.
Yes.
Yeah, we've been to South America a few times.
South America about 8 times, and
holy cow,
all over Europe.
If you think about it too, it's kind of like a history lesson, because if you go back and look at the early pictures, from 20 years ago, you're seeing stuff in those pictures that might not exist anymore. So it's kind of like a time capsule.
Yeah.
That's great.
Yeah.
Now, with a viral video like that, do you have a specialized company that helps you? I mean, if so, like what kind of things did they do for you?
We were approached by a company, and we were a bit sort of wary of it at first, but they have been great to us, and they did promote it in the early days, and we're on their books. So if a program should come up where they could use our video, then they'll put it forward, and for a small percentage, but a reasonable one, So we've been very happy with them.
It's the same company that works with that Charlie Bit Me video.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's the company that looks after them. I must add, we haven't made the $150,000.
You've made $2 million, huh?
Yeah, I wish.
About $15, I think it's new.
Well, that's. I mean, I'm curious what really. I mean, you talked about it earlier with the Japan thing, but with the spike. But recently, you mentioned you got another 20,000 views.
I think that actually turned out to be 30,000.
Oh, crazy! Do you have any idea what sparked that recently?
That was a couple of websites. I think one of which was Single Dad Laughing.
Right. Yeah, that's a good one.
Page, I think.
Yeah. And that was a surprise. It came right out of the blue, that one. Yeah. So it is good that it can be picked up at this stage, and
it comes in waves. Really.
Yeah, and you never know when it's going to spike again. That's the beauty of it. You don't know if it's going to go up to 20 million. Yeah. Something might come out, and you never know.
After your show.
Yeah.
All you need is a celebrity to tweet it or something. It can just go off again.
Oh, absolutely. So let's get some celebrities. You guys know any celebrities? I don't.
I don't either.
Who am I?
We'll make it happen. Yeah, Alan, I guess, is sort of a celebrity. I'll call him. I'll see if he'll do something.
It all helps.
Yeah.
Tweeted.
Yeah, done. Perfect. Now, can I ask you, what have you gotten out of having over 5 million views on a viral video? Because most people, like we talked about, say that you become instantly rich. I mean, what's some of the cool things that have happened because of this?
Over to you, Cory.
Well, we've been on television and stuff like that, and get spotted now and again when you go out. But I don't know. We've not really made much money out of it.
Right.
It's nothing like the Charlie Bit Me video or anything.
Yet, not yet.
It's nothing major. There's no. We're not superstars or anything, but it's great when people say, "Oh, I have seen that video. Yeah, you did that. Yeah," and it's nice, but it's all very low key, really.
Yeah. I mean, to a sense, you probably feel when somebody has seen it, you kind of feel like a celebrity. Because I'm just a regular guy. If somebody that I have no idea who they are, if they'd seen something I did, that just makes you feel good.
Yeah, it is. It does.
That's good. Now, are you completely done taking pictures?
No.
No. Is there?
Still going.
Wow. Okay, so is there another goal in mind, or are you just going to keep taking pictures and let us find out?
Well, for the time being, Cory's taking his own picture.
I've not missed a day yet since I've taken it over.
Oh, yeah, wow, okay.
Well, I've got a bad memory. What we might do is redo the original one with better technology, or employ an expert, something like that, and add the extra ones on. So we might get a better quality one in the future, but don't know when.
Yeah,
don't know when.
You never know. That's the best part of it.
Yeah, Cory's going off travelling again with work, and it's going to be up to him to keep this up wherever he goes, and then at some point we'll get it all back together and think about the next project.
Yeah, you never know what's going to be another viral video.
Well, yeah, maybe they might. But on the other hand, people might say, "Oh, we've seen this."
Now, Cory, are you thinking about? I know it's probably too early to think about this, but is this something that you'd probably do with your kids someday?
I need to find a wife first.
There's some in Brazil, I think. That were,
I'm sure.
I'd have to talk it through with the wife.
Yeah.
No, it's a big commitment. But if my dad can do it, then hopefully I can as well.
Yeah. Imagine like a 3-generation slideshow.
Yeah. I might start taking them up for my dad, of him getting older and grey.
There you go. The other thing is you got to be glad that Ian, that you have a good-looking son, because otherwise it might not have gotten as many views, right?
Well, there are a few photos in this compilation that some people might argue against that. But,
what do you mean?
On the whole, he went through the awkward stage and turned out okay.
That's good. Yeah, I don't think I would want to have a bunch of my pictures on the internet going through my awkward stages, so you're more of a man than I am. Yeah, Alan is still awkward.
That's when the video gets really fast, so you can't see them.
So I got to go back and watch it and start slowing down, huh?
Yeah, it's a warts and all video.
That's great. Well, you guys have been really, really fun, and I won't keep you much longer. I know it's going on 11 o'clock your time there, but I really, really appreciate you coming on the show, and this is your video is phenomenal, and I cannot wait to see what you come up with next.
Thank you.
You might have to wait a while, though.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, and I'm so impatient. So I'm going to be emailing you every other day, like, is it done? Are we there yet? Are we done?
Well, thank you as well for doing this. This has been good fun. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
Yeah, you too. And I hope, like I said, I hope to see more things from you guys, and maybe we'll have you back on the show again sometime.
That would be great.
Yeah, no problem.
All right. Well, Ian, Cory, thank you again for being on the show, and we will talk with you soon.
Brilliant.
Take care.
Bye.
Good night.
So there you have it, everybody. That's Ian and Cory McLeod. They 21 years and still going. Would you be able to do that, Alan? I couldn't. I can't do 2 things in 3 days, 4 days in a row. I couldn't do something every single day. I'm terrible.
Well, I'd have to get pictures of all 3 girls, and
oh man,
yeah, they probably wouldn't want their awkward stage up there.
No, I mean your daughter got mad at you for putting her on the internet the other day, which I think is hilarious.
Yeah, I put her up there singing "Hit the Road Jack" by Ray Charles.
Yeah.
I told her, I was like, look, I put you up on YouTube, and she punched me in the arm.
That's awesome. You'd have to keep doing that. Just embarrass her.
I was like, but you got like 60 views, man.
Yeah, a little mini celebrity over there.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Well, I'll put the link also on the show notes afterwards for the interview of the McLeods on CBS. It's a cool interview to watch. You can kind of put a face to the accent. I love their accents. Absolutely love it. But that is it. Do you have anything else, Alan? Anything special going on?
No, absolutely nothing special.
No Pink Droid shows or anything going on? No Kickstarters?
We got some festivals playing here in a couple of weeks.
Oh, well. Maybe I'll have to come out there. Oh, wait, no. Indiana, here I come.
It's not the distance, it's the location. What are you going to do when you get here?
Yeah, exactly. Not a lot.
It's very flat.
Very flat in Indiana. Good to know. So, that's it for us here at LiveSpeak. We'll see you next week on LiveSpeak with Justin the Geek and co-host, as always, Alan Quant from thedigitalcraft.com. Take care, guys.
Mm-hmm.
You've been listening to Live Speak with Justin the Geek. Every Sunday at 2 p.m., Justin brings you amazing courses on udemy.com and amazing guests and great conversation. Miss an episode? No problem. Go to www.geekcreations.com and click on the episode to listen. And join us next week for another episode of Live Speak with Justin the Geek.